miss today. We have a great assortment of beautiful gemstone jewelry. We got a lot of nice things coming up, let me tell you. Every one of which is going to be set in gold. Some beautiful gemstone pendants. We have some big hoop earrings that are going to be coming up in the show today. We're going to be sharing with you some beautiful rings in gold. Don't we like those? How about this modest little ring? Gold, diamonds, genuine gemstones. There's a lot of good things to be seen this afternoon. If you have yet to follow us, please do so on all of our social media. Shop LC on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, obviously. No matter how you're finding us and how you are joining us. Man, look at this one, too. Again, we will get to all of these at one point or another here. We are going to get to every single one of these beautiful gemstone pieces in gold. And don't be afraid of the fact that it's gold and you're thinking, all right, he's going to be asking me to spend thousands of dollars. You will be surprised how far even a couple $100 can go here at Shop LC. $200, in fact, is not even what we're asking for our very first item today. What is it if it's not even $1,000? Just a little teeny tiny pendant? Maybe just a small little trinket? Nope. It is, in fact, a curb chain, a curb necklace, even in gold. And I gotta say, let me make sure I have the right one. Yes, this matches up. Yep. This is it, right, DJ?
Yes.
Yes. I'm just covering the pendant just for a second, so we'll get to the pendant in a little bit, but I want you to see the chain. See this beautiful 20-inch long gold chain, which we have available. Oh, I mentioned under $200. How about $197.99 for a piece of 10-karat gold in the Spirali curb chain? I'm just going to assume that somehow Spirali is Italian for spiral or something like that. I don't know for sure, but usually whenever we have a little bit of add a description to the piece, it is simply an Italian word meaning something, and so since this is a curb that kind of spirals a little bit, I'm just going to guess that that is what it is. That's a nice shape. Now, I am going to show you this pendant. Now, the pendant is not included. That's going to be coming up, though. Look at that pendant. Oh, my gosh, that is beautiful. That is the Last Supper as depicted in a pendant. We're going to get to this. I have never seen anything like that. And with Lent starting in 3 days, Easter season upon us, that's going to be a great pendant. We'll get to that coming up a little bit later on. But take a look at this chain here. And again, this is in 10-karat gold. Now, why is that important? 10-karat is a durable gold. There's actually a good look at the chain itself. I'll go back to showing it to you live in just a second, but you can see very clearly here what I was talking about, the clasp spring ring. These are what's called pinsettas. That's the jewelry term for the little areas on the end of a chain that are there for practical purposes, not meant to be decorative. Sometimes they are, but they're just there to, well, hold everything together. Without that, you wouldn't have the spring ring, and that's what the spring ring locks onto. And this is one of the nice things about shopping for 10-karat gold. That is a durable gold. I have literally 2 chains at home right now in a higher caratage that need to go to the jewelers to have that repaired because it doesn't exist anymore. This is 10-karat. It's a lot less likely to happen when it's in 10-karat gold because that is a durable, strong gold. And a special hello to all of you who are finding us on TikTok and joining us now. I hope you'll stick around a few minutes as we show you some beautiful jewelry in gold. I mean, there's nothing else to do today. Come on. It's a Sunday that is just boring Sunday. There's nothing else to do. So just keep us on. We're going to be here if you have any questions. If you want to order, right up there, that is the link to ordering and get it on this chain at $197.99. And then see if you can find something else to do with the rest of your day. Probably not much. We're going to be here for a couple hours, though, taking you up until 4 Central Time. And we would love to have you. If you have questions about anything that I'm showing you, please ask them. Ask away, whether you're watching us on TikTok or to everyone watching us on Instagram and Facebook and on the website. Same thing. Questions, let me know. I'm happy to. This is as interactive as we get. It's kind of hard when we're doing the live, because we do live TV shows as well. That's usually where you're going to find me, is on the television end of things. We operate a cable shopping network. where I am 3 days a week, sometimes 4, and it's a little harder to, interact with us in this personal manner here. So please feel free to do so. And hello, hello, hello to everyone joining us on social media. Anyway, there is your curb chain.
So the pendant on the website says sold out. That's not true. We have 5 of them.
We have, oh man, we might have 4. I just saw the price because I want this myself. I love this pendant. And I am going to give you, and I'll do this in 2 stages here because we have 2 different cameras, so then I want everyone to get a good close look at this. I'm going to do this first for TikTok, and then I'll show it to everyone else. That is so clearly the Last Supper. Now, when I read the description of this pendant, and I read that we had a Last Supper pendant, I never could have imagined you would clearly see that's the Last Supper. That is like the famous painting has been done in gold. Now again, it does say sold out on the website, but we do have 5 of these to go around. The price, by the way, is $197.99. Look at that detail. Oh my word. Holy cow, look at it on the big screen back here. I wish you could be right here where I am, seeing this in person. I'm in awe of this. I am absolutely in awe of this pendant. What? Would love to know how they were able to do this. I didn't even know we had this in the inventory. I've never seen this on the TV end of things. I do a lot of jewelry. When we're doing our live TV shows, I've never seen this pendant. If there's any of these left, at the end of this, I might have to get this at $197.99. I mean, seriously, they have duplicated. There's the table, Jesus, the disciples. All, as they've duplicated as closely as they can in something that is, man, that's about the size of a quarter. It's a good size pendant, it really is. That's probably about the size of a quarter. Oh my, for $190, and it's in 10 karat gold. Now, when something like this is done, this is stamped. Let me take it off this, since we're done presenting this chain too. I'm going to show you the back of this, because this is literally stamped into the pendant. So there's the front, there's the back. So they have stamped all of this detail into this pendant. I am shocked at how beautifully this turned out, and I say that in a very good way. Now that was for TikTok here. Let me set this up for everyone else so they can see too that detail from the back of the pendant. Oh my word. The diamond cutting that is done, there's a bezel surrounding this that is diamond cut. Then you have the nugget design on the outside. 2.5 grams of 10 karat gold. This is made in America, incidentally. So this beautiful pendant is made in America. Thank you for the heart. Someone just gave us a bunch of hearts on TikTok, and I can't see who that was. I'm sure it was more for the pendant. Patricia Ann, that's who it was. Than anything I'm doing, because this pendant deserves all the love imaginable. When you see this in person, my gosh, is that amazing. Now again, if you want to order this, it does say sold out on the website, but we do have 5 of these. Put into the comment box sold 102. That will reserve yours. That is if you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, the website shoplc.com. If you're watching on TikTok, there's a link up there that will take you to how to order this. You're going to be in awe of this. I mean this. You will be in absolute awe of this pendant. Ash Wednesday is coming up in just a couple of days now, so the start of Lent is upon us. It is here. It is approaching quickly, and this is what it's all about. This epitomizes the season that we are going into, and wow, did that turn out beautifully. And a guy could wear this just as I would love this. 20-inch chain, I would sport this in a second. Love that pendant. And it is in gold. Again, the durability of gold, the fact that you have good, strong gold. This is actually made, and man, I wish we had a picture of the back of this up there. I mean, that's held in place. That's two parts. There's actually two parts to how this is made. They make the bezel separate from the, I'm going to call it the coin, the center part here, and then that is held in place with 4 tabs on the back. This is really difficult to do. It is very expensive to make a pendant like this. It's in two-tone. I hope you can see that. There's some white gold. In fact, it looks like the table itself is yellow. The bodies are all in white gold, and even that's their legs and their feet showing through. That's in white gold as well. So there are 2 colors of gold here, white gold and yellow gold. There's only 5 of these. I'm going to be really surprised. Free shipping, remember. If you're ordering during our live shows, during our live streams, prices are valid. It is right now Sunday at 2:12 Central Time. Prices are valid until Monday, 4 p.m. Central Time, or guaranteed, I should say. The prices might stay longer than that, but the only way we can guarantee them is to have a cutoff point. And so tomorrow, Monday at 4 p.m. Is the cutoff for that. I must say, this is absolutely, oh, one of my Instagram friends just joined us. Hey, welcome. One of the most exciting pendants I have seen, just visually interesting. It is a work of art. This is a wearable work of art for $197.99. I just cannot get past this. How this was done, and made in the USA, which is so nice too. We love our Italian-made jewelry. Most of the jewelry we show you, it's Italian-made, in gold anyways. There's great gold coming out of Turkey, great gold out of Israel. There's a number of places in the world that do great gold jewelry, but here in the United States, we don't showcase ours maybe enough. This is, after 24 reviews, a very highly, you know what, I have to see. Let me just, I gotta pull up these reviews here. I want to see why it has to be just one person maybe, didn't like this, because I can't see anything on this pendant that there isn't to just love. Why that didn't wind up at a perfect 5-star rating is beyond me. The item number 760 3714 760 Oh, you know what? I'll bet because it's sold out, it's not going to come up. Let me look.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, it didn't come up. I can't imagine. That's a $1,249 pendant. The detail on this is just off the charts. Just off the charts. Boy, that is amazing. Wow, hard to believe that we are days away from start of Lent, Ash Wednesday, coming up soon, and so here we go. Well, we're going to continue. Now we're going to up things a little bit. Roll up the sleeves here just a wee bit as we get into a 21 karat gold chain. I did want to even point out, first of all, that this exists, that there is such a thing as 21 karat, because there is. There's 10 karat that we just saw. That is just under 50% pure gold. 24 karat is pure gold. 99.99%. There is no such thing as 100%. That's as good as it gets. 21 karat is just shy of 24 karat, so just shy of being pure gold. This is a 21-inch long, 21 karat gold Bismarck. There's 2 things there that are very unusual in each other. The fact that it's 21 inches in length and that it is 21 karat gold. In fact, I'm just being the skeptic I am, I just want to double check the size of this myself, because I could probably count on one hand the number of times I've seen a 21-inch long chain. So I'm just going to double check this just to be sure. And so we get to the 12-inch mark there. So, well, I can now count, well, probably still on one hand. It is indeed a 21-inch long chain. That is usually going to be a custom order. Now, I'm really curious, just for my own edification, I wonder if this is going to fit me. I usually wear about a 22. Excuse me while I use the TikTok camera as a mirror. Yeah, it does fit. Okay, that's interesting. So now, again, my sweater zipped up a little bit here. But no, that does fit, so I could wear a 21 inch as well. The interesting thing about a 21-inch chain is, again, this would usually be a custom order. This is the kind of thing that your jeweler actually. I'm just thinking of my little small town. I live in a small town. We have literally one jewelry store in the city where I live. And so I've gotten to know our jeweler pretty well there. And if she were to order this, and she's great, and she would try. I know she would try. I have a feeling after a couple weeks I'd get the phone call saying, "Yeah, sorry, Shawn, I can't do it. I can't get 21 karat." And this is marked. You'll probably never see it on camera. Well, you might actually. It is marked 21 karat, 21K. I can safely say I've never seen that marking before. I would bet that this is not from one of our factories. We, as a jewelry company, make jewelry. Our parent company. We are Shop LC. We're a TV shopping network. You know that story by now. If not, I will repeat it later on. I guarantee it. But we also, the people who own this whole thing, make jewelry. And that's one of the reasons why they started the shopping network, because our parent company had been providing jewelry to television shopping networks for years. And they finally one day said, "Hey, wait a second. We could do this ourselves." And we started up our own shopping network. Now, we still make jewelry for others. We make jewelry for retail once in a great while. We will still do for other shopping networks. But otherwise, we do it ourselves. And so what you see is a lot of jewelry that we have made. However, when it comes to specialty things like this, even we have to admit, you know what, there's others that do it better. There are some people that have made these chains longer, and they know better about working in 21 karat than we do. So let's stick to what we do. Now, that does mean that in order for us to do this deal, our buyers and all the numbers crunchers, they had to sit down and say, okay, it's cheaper for us to make this, it is cheaper for us to buy this as a closeout than to go and get the equipment and the people to make these and to do it ourselves. I actually have to check my chart here. I cannot ever remember, but 21 karat would not actually be on my chart. I don't see. I have a whole drive of information I've accumulated over the years. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to do this. Let's see if I can find it under gold chart. And that did not turn up anything. Well, so let's just do this to make it simple. 21 karat. Because I'm curious about something. 21K. Yeah, if I just search 21K, nothing comes up as far as gold jewelry goes. I finally, eventually, when I scroll enough, get to 21 karat, 87.5% pure gold. So 21 karat is 87.5% pure gold. And so again, you're getting into something very, very exotic. 20 karat, very common in India. 22 karat in India, 24 karat in China. 21 karat is very popular in Dubai. Now, if you know anything about Dubai, there's a lot of money. A lot of money in Dubai. And this is what they're shopping for in Dubai. One of my former coworkers here actually is now living in Dubai, and we keep in touch on Snapchat. And he will post things that just make your head hurt. They're so, not like he's living a lavish lifestyle. He's in the world of fashion, but the malls and the shops and the restaurants, the hotels. I mean, it's just everything there is very upscale because there's a lot of money there. 21 karat is what they buy, and I can't stress enough. It's when you get something like that, it really just it feels exotic because my gosh, you're buying something that the people who shop at the mall of what's it called, the Mall the Emirates or something like that in Dubai are shopping for, and it's very upscale. Anyway, so that's a good one. Love that one as well. As we get back into something more that we are probably accustomed to here, and that is 10 karat gold in a rope bracelet. Now this is interesting because this is adjustable. Let me just see. It says 7 to 8. Price is $389.99. By the way, I haven't mentioned in a while, again, it is sold 104 in the comment box if you want to order one of these, or if you're on TikTok, there's a link up there. Yeah, I need an 8 1/4. But so close. Here's why. I checked. There's the extension chain right there. That is also 10 karat gold. So that just a little bit of extension chain will take it from 7 to 8. 7-inch long chain if you like the lobster claw class there, or all the way down to the 8-inch length. And it is a 2-row rope. Twice the rope. Ropes are classics. In fact, one of the necklaces I have at home that I was just making reference to is a rope necklace. Had it forever. You buy a rope once, you will have it forever. And I think the same thing is true with the bracelet. You buy the bracelet once, you will have this forever. Now, because it's a wider rope, it's a little bit more noticeable. You can see this, well, even from this distance, you know, you can see that, wow, he's got a substantial gold bracelet right there. The width on this, as a matter of fact, actually 1/4 of an inch at the widest point. So 1/4 of an inch wide, gold bracelet, and we love that idea. This is one of the staples of a wardrobe. If you're just starting out shopping for jewelry, and there are many people who watch our live streams who are not the traditional TV shopping viewers. Think about this. By the way, just a quick shameless plug for my podcast. I do a podcast. It's called Are We on the Air? You can find it on every device that has podcasts, from Apple, Spotify, all of them. It's on all of them. Anyway, and it's all about the TV shopping industry. And I've evolved it in some episodes to talk about things like this, like live streaming. Because this is how the millennials and Generation Z people are shopping. And so that's partially why we do this. There are many people that are going to watch this live stream right now whose parents and grandparents are watching the television shopping network things, because you've cut the cable, and so how do you watch TV? You do it right here. These tablets, devices, you know, are how many people are shopping. So anyway, so there's people watching this that honestly are of the younger age group and who are saying, gold bracelets, I've never owned one. And it will be their first piece of jewelry. If you're starting off with a rope, you're starting off with the same piece of jewelry that probably your parents and your grandparents and great-grandparents did as well, because ropes have been around forever. So it is a great way to start a jewelry collection. And you're buying 10 karat, so it is a good, strong, durable gold. So you have that strength factor going on here. And you can now get in and shop on a gold bracelet. By the way, if you are watching us on TikTok, again, I'm trying to up my TikTok game. So find me on TikTok, Shawn Wilsie. I'm the only one, so you can search that name and follow me. I'm starting to post more things now, especially a lot of shameless self-promotion for the Shop LC world. Not as much about my podcast. That I do mainly on Instagram. But so please follow me. I'm feeling lonely, and so it's always nice to get more followers. I had a couple of you from this morning now following me on TikTok, so I appreciate that. But no matter where you're watching us from, whether it is TikTok or Instagram, this is the wave of the future now, to be able to shop this way, because we're right there anytime you want us. You can stream our Shop LC shows just as easily as downloading our app. We have an app in the App Store for all your devices. Shop LC, right there. What you're going to do is, once you get logged in, there's a feature called Fast Buy that is great to activate, because if you're watching, and again, we stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's our live show right now. Cheryl is one of the hosts on. I'm not sure who's on with Cheryl right now. They are selling moissanite tennis bracelets. And if you wanted to buy one of those, if you have Fast Buy activated, it is literally as easy as clicking the... Let's be nosy. Let's listen in. There we go. So see, you can listen in. Anyway, there's a Fast Buy feature which allows you right there to, with the click of one button, order whatever they're selling at that moment. Of course, you can search our entire inventory, including the rising auctions, which are always a lot of fun. Things that start at $1 and go up from there. This one is, see, for instance, here's a charm bracelet. Dollar bid will win that. It's closing in 38 seconds. So unless someone bids above Laura, who has bid $1 for it, she's going to get that for $1. Underneath that, some topaz color crystal earrings. Bid right now, $2. So a lot of things to check out on the app. Ironically enough, the only way you can't watch these live streams. Isn't that still true?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can't do it on the app. No. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all those ways you can do it, but app is useless for this. So anyway. Rope bracelets. Did I give the price? I think $389. Yeah, I think I mentioned that. $389.99. So if you do want to get in on that behind the scenes, you are certainly welcome to do so. I showed you these earrings a moment ago. These also do say out of stock on the website, but I know DJ's going to tell me we have some.
We have 8 of these ones.
8 to go around of these really good looking. Now these are interesting 2 ways. Let me do this. I think I can get both cameras at the same time. There we go. So, that's the width of the earring, wide earring. But look at how dimensional they are, at how big they are. In fact, let me back up and do a measurement here. I'll do this about an inch. Where's the inch mark? Yeah, just about the perfect 1-inch hoop earring, but yet they still maintain that width. So many hoop earrings aren't going to have both going on. And so it's wonderful because now no matter how you're wearing them, you have a lot of detail to see. And you can see that width and the diamond cutting that is going on here as well. A lot of diamond cutting on each and every one of these hoop earrings. So a beautiful display of, this is 10 karat, price by the way, $199. These are $1,500 earrings that you're purchasing today for $199.99, and a really good shot. In fact, you can even see this is where's my? I need my pointer. Hang on. I am grabbing something out of my backpack. I hope it's still here. I might have taken it out and left it at home. Shoot, I did. Well, darn it. Okay. Anyway, right up here is the word Italy. All jewelry has to have a couple marks. It has to have 2 actually. It has to identify what it is, and in this case, 10 karat gold. And it also has to have its origin marking, and that is Italy. That is very important. There's a comfort factor when you're buying Italian-made gold. As much as I love our American-made pendant, and it's great, when you buy Italian-made gold, well, it's like the watch I have on. This watch was Swiss-made. So before I made this purchase, because it wasn't a cheap watch, I wanted to see those words. It's like, why am I going to spend this money for this watch if I don't know where it's from, or if I know where it's from and I'm maybe not comfortable with that. This is Swiss made. Comfort factor, peace of mind. Same thing here. When you see that word Italy, it's like, okay, these people know what they're doing. They've been making gold forever. They make gold better than anyone else. There's actually regions in Italy where it's a common industry. I mean, literally, there will be a street that you walk down where it's people making gold, people making gold, people making gold, people making gold. And so there's several regions like that in Italy. That trade has been handed down for generations. Not that unlike manufacturing Swiss timepieces. That's been handed down. The art of watchmaking. A lot of these things are dying industries. It's becoming harder and harder to get people that want to get into making watches. It's becoming harder and harder to get people who want to get into gold for this reason right here, these devices that we have. There's a lot of money to be made when you get into tech, when you get into artificial intelligence and all of that. And so a young person is more interested in this because it's in their hand growing up than this. So I hope, I shouldn't say I hope, I know that there will always be people to do it. It's just there's not as many. And what does that mean for the cost of these companies? paying more to get people in, we're going to see prices going up. It's just that is inevitable. It's the way of the world. So when you can buy a 10 karat gold earring today for $199.99, that's $200 today. Think about this. $199.99. You get gold jewelry. An earring, I've been busy prattling on here. Let's show you the earring again. That you're going to love wearing. Hinge post, snapback closure. Easy to wear. So it's comfortable on and really good looking. That comfort factor of knowing you are wearing 10 karat gold. This you give as a gift, anyone can wear it. If I'm giving mystery metal as a gift, I don't know if they can wear it or not. Gold, anyone can wear it. Even silver. Now, I don't want to say you have to be careful. There's a tiny percent of the world, tiny percent, that just can't wear silver. They will react to it. I have yet to encounter anyone that can't wear gold jewelry. So when you give it as a gift, hey, what are we getting Mom for Mother's Day? Get her gold. Can she wear it? Yes. That's the universal answer. Yes, she can wear it. And when you give someone a gift of gold, it means, well, again, let me go back to the information I just had here, because when you look at the long-term value of gold, and I'm not going to turn this into a boring lecture on commodities and investments in the business world, but just keep this in mind when you think about the price of gold. Right now, let me get all my commodities out here. Gold is $2,038 an ounce. Platinum is $878. The reason I bring that up is 20 years ago, gold was about $250 an ounce. Platinum was about $1,000 an ounce. Now the irony is, platinum is more rare than gold. So why is gold almost 4 times the cost? Because of the demand for it. It's used in cars, literally in the engines, catalytic converters I think it is. It's used in industrial uses, computers, technology, like what you're holding right here watching this. So as that demand has gone up, the price for gold has gone up. So that's why I say these at $199.99 represent really an old gold price, like when gold was $300 an ounce and we were selling gold jewelry. So this is a huge value today to get 10 karat gold for $199.99. Michelle, I doubt that. She says, I don't look good in gold. Silver has my heart. I guess there are some people like that. There are some, and thank you for interacting, Michelle. I appreciate that, one of our TikTok friends. Because there are some people who just, they do prefer. They say, hey, I look better in silver. Try white gold. I think you might enjoy that too. White gold is always, I don't think I have any, no white gold today. All yellow gold in the show, or platinum. That's the other, man, if you can find some platinum, you would, Michelle, I think really love platinum. And again, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, any of the other means of watching the show, I hope you'll keep it interactive with me. 10, here it is. It's a 10 karat gold cross that we're going to get to now. This is also a Made in America piece, and let me just show you this right here. First off there, in fact, here, let me just, wow, that's nice. That is nice. That is 10 karat gold in a cross. In instant hearts on that. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. Yes. That is beautiful. And that is priced at, what is this price? At $69.99. And now that I've done that for TikTok, I have to be fair and get our friends on the other forms of streaming to get a look at it, because that is a beautiful cross. The scroll work on this, the diamond cutting on this, that is beautiful. If you got the, and if you just joined us, you might have missed it earlier. We had that Last Supper pendant, and I know there were 5 of those when we started the show, so I hope there's still some left. If you loved that, then wow, that cross is the other beautiful piece that you definitely want to get with Ash Wednesday, couple days away now, 3 days away, and the Easter season upon us. Here's a great way to get a beautiful cross pendant to wear. And this is another unisex one. Let me measure. Show you the size of your pendant. Actually, that's just technically just over an inch, about an inch and an eighth or so right there, and a beautiful piece of 10 karat yellow gold. Again, durable gold, and that's what's nice about wearing pieces like that, is there's a durability to it. So you know that once you have this, I'm going to have that forever. That's 10 karat gold. I'm going to have that pendant forever. And actually, there's a even better, kind of a more of a close-up look, because we just kind of blow it up on the screen behind me here. I hope when you're watching at home that you can see that in all its glory, because there is a lot of detail on that cross. Always, and this is another thing I'd just like to point out about our website and our app, you can always, if you need to see alternate images of anything that we do, whether it's here or it's on the TV end of things, and I do this myself too when I'm watching from home, and I've seen a lot of the jewelry in person, but every once in a while something will come up and I say, oh, I've never seen that. I want to get a closer look at it. What you do is go to the app and type in the item number for the item. In this case, it would be 7671610, and then there will almost always, now watch this be the exception. Nope, that's true. There will be other images. So you can see it being worn. You can many times see it three-dimensionally. It will show you the size of the piece. So even if you prefer to order, because there's always going to be people who prefer, they're like, no, I want to talk to a live person on the phone, and that's what I'm going to order. Use the app as a tool to help you make these decisions. You may be really intrigued by a piece of jewelry that you're watching on our television network and say, wow, that really looks good. I would enjoy that. And then you punch in the item number, you look at some of the pictures and say, oh, well, you know what, yeah, from that angle, I wasn't expecting that, and so I'll pass. You just saved yourself some money, even though we have a return privilege, but you saved yourself some frustration as well. So you can use the app just as a guide. Or conversely, you might say, oh, that's even nicer. Look at that. I didn't see that, because you can always blow up these images too. And so you can say, oh, I did not notice those little beads on the inside of the cross. That's a nice little touch. You know what? I think I want to get that now. So the app is a great way to be able to kind of play along, I like to say, as you're watching the live show. Anytime you see the item number on the little box on the graphic, just punch it in on the app. And plus, you can use that to read reviews if there are, well, in fact, I wasn't planning this, but here you go. 5-star rated item. This pendant is a 5-star rated. Nancy on December 15th said beautiful. Nana on December 8th said beautiful one. And Lisa on November 22nd said very beautiful gold cross. A treasured token or a thoughtful gift. So that's kind of nice. We always appreciate it when you leave reviews on the website. So just a quick little mention, because I always love being able to point out that our app, user-friendly, easy to use, easy to navigate it, so download it to your devices, and that way when you're ready to order from the television end of things, you have us logged in and ready to go. This way is even easier to order. If you like this, it's sold 106 in the comment box, or on TikTok, you have a link up there, you click that, and that takes you to how to order. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And again, thank you to all of you who are joining us on TikTok. We got more people this afternoon than we did this morning watching us, so that's kind of nice that you have found us. We do a morning, many of you might not even know, because we've done the afternoons for a while now. We do a morning live stream as well from 10 until noon Central, so it'll be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the East Coast, so I hope that you can join us then. Make sure that you like us on TikTok or Instagram, whatever, and so then when we go live, activate those notifications so that you can find out that we have indeed gone live. All right. Now, moving to... snake jewelry can be polarizing. I'm the first to admit. There are some people who, when we say snake jewelry, they're just going to go away. It's like, yeah, I'll come back in a few minutes. Not their thing. That's fine. That's fine. Snake designs have been adornments in jewelry for thousands of years. A thousand at least anyways. The Egyptians have been doing this a very, very, very long time. And so it's kind of a classic. I like it. I think it's good looking. Here it is. I'll show this first for TikTok. And look at the diamond cutting on that too. See, I would wear this. In fact, we have a size 7 or size 9. Size 7 or size 9 are the sizes that we have. Wow, that's good looking. Thank you again, Michelle, for the likes. That's very nice of you. We appreciate that. See, I would, and I really like it in gold. Now, for everyone else, just to give you a look at that too, just so you can see how really sparkly and just gorgeous that is on the hand. I mean, there is that diamond cutting all over the snake design, the body, the head of the snake there, all beautifully diamond cut. And so a lot of work goes into these pieces because all of that diamond cutting has to be done by very skilled and very trained individuals who are adept at doing this. And it's the head wrapping around the body. In fact, here, I'll just show you there. That's the back of the ring. Now, I would ask that you don't size this only because it is going to be difficult to have this piece sized. A jeweler is going to kind of hesitate a little bit because they're going to see that detail go all the way around. If they have to size it, that's going to mess up that detail on the back of the ring. And I thought it was adjustable for a second. It is not. The head and the tail do match together. Sometimes what they do with pieces like this is they won't attach. They won't solder this together so that you have a little bit of give. This is attached together. So you are going to have one size, whichever size you buy, the 7 or the 9 is going to stay in that size. Diamond cut on the head of the snake and again around the body. Really good looking piece of jewelry. Now this is Italian made 10 karat. Back to what I said earlier. Comfort factor. You're buying 10 karat gold. It's made in Italy. Even though in Italy, mainly what you'll see in the stores is 18 karat. The factories are still making gold for the world. So they make 10 karat. They make 14 karat. Yes, they make 18 karat, obviously. They actually even make 9 karat. We can't sell it legally in the United States as gold jewelry. And our sister network in the UK, they sell 9 karat gold all the time. In fact, we now have 2 networks in the UK. And they can sell 9 karat gold. We can't here. 10 karat is the minimum by law that we can do. With 10 karat, you have a durability and still an ability, and I'm just going to get out of the way so you can see that snake design again, to get a lot of detail. The craftspeople work so hard to create these works of art. It's why we saw the cross in 10 karat. It's why we saw the Last Supper pendant in 10 karat gold, because the level of details that you can get on these pieces are just amazing. It's a true, again, just work of art that is wearable. And so you can get one of these home. Again, normal delivery time, 5 to 7 days. I guess I haven't mentioned that in a while because we like to work very hard to make sure that as these pieces come your way and you get them delivered to your home, that you're, again, happy with the purchase. You're loving the jewelry that you're seeing. And what a nice opportunity that this is to be able to get 10 karat gold, again, a durable gold, for $199.99. This is fantastic. This is gold jewelry at its best and at its finest. So if you're shopping on this one now, great for you. Great first purchase if you've never ordered from us before. And a great way to experience gold jewelry. Again, we talk to a lot of people using this method as opposed to the television network end of things who are not really shopping for a lot of gold jewelry. The trend for about 20 years has been silver jewelry. That has slowly started to change the past few years. What happened about 20 years ago is the price of gold started to go up. In fact, let me use a little illustration here just to kind of show you what I mean. How far out can I take this chart? Let's see. Okay, this chart goes back, to the 1980s. You can see on the bottom here, I hope, the date range. Now, it was right, you can see right about here where gold really started to spike. It had spiked at one point to, wait a second, you know what? hang on. I say that didn't look right. That's oil. Here's gold. But it's about the same time frame. Yeah, it's almost the exact same time frame. It was right around 2005 when gold really started to go up. And right around that same time, oil started to go up. Right around 2004, 2005. That's when all the jewelers started saying, wait a minute. So if gold, because back then they considered $400 an ounce too much money for gold. I mean, it had been as low as $250. So at $400 an ounce, they're saying, that's it. We're done making gold jewelry. And you didn't see anyone making gold anymore. I was working for a network at the time called Shop NBC, and every vendor there, and they had a lot of them, said, we're done making gold jewelry. That's it. I have some rings coming up again in gold and gems and diamonds. We used to do that all the time at that network, and they just pulled the plug on it. Well, finally, a few years ago, again, gold, as you can see, has since 2018 there, the last time it took a dip, and it's been pretty consistent since 2018. Gold has just stayed up there, but jewelers and really the world said, we want gold jewelry again. Yes, we love silver. We always will, but I miss wearing gold earrings. I miss wearing gold and gemstone rings. And so what happened was jewelers said, and we miss making them. And so they started manufacturing gold again. And now here we are doing something that as recently as 5 years ago on this network, we weren't doing. We were not seeing gold. We would have the rare piece maybe on a Saturday. When we were doing a Tanzanite event, we might have a piece of Tanzanite in gold. And then it really was about it. So it's wonderful to be able to have this format, and we do gold jewelry on the television network end of things all the time. So you can find the gold pieces that you've been wanting. Durable, strong gold jewelry, 10 karat gold. Purity factor, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24 karat gold. So we have something for everyone here in the world of gold, whether it's chains or earrings, or again, something with a bit of a whimsy to it. I mean, a snake ring. That's something that, my gosh, it definitely would have only been done in sterling silver a few years ago. Now, here it is, and it looks better than ever in 10 karat gold. So if you're in love with this design, and it looks like we do have we've sold it through a bunch of these in the past. We don't have many remaining sizes. Actually, I said 7 and 9 and 6, 7 and 9. 6, 7 and 9 are the sizes that we have available. Grab one of these. A cool design, very unusual, and just it's got this clever factor to the way that it's been created with that kind of artistic interpretation, I guess you would say, of a snake design. And what an interesting, again, male or female. This is what I could see a guy wearing just as much as I could see a woman wearing. And the price is only $199.99 for gold jewelry. So great little value happening right there. And thank you to everyone who is tuning in, keeping me company on this Sunday. We're glad that you're there and spending some time with us. Well, it is 14 karat. We are going to take a look at next. And in fact, it is one of the favorite chains we ever do. I don't care if it's in silver or it's in gold. It is the number one chain that we do. It is called the Sparkle Chain. And for obvious reasons. Because that chain is going to have more sparkle. Actually, since we did the cross earlier, I'm just going to... Actually, I'll leave it on. This chain will have more sparkle and more glitz and more glitter than any other chain we could possibly show you. This is a excuse me. Sorry, excuse me a second. This is a 24-inch long chain. In fact, let me make sure I have this turned around. Right. I just want to see for myself. I can't usually put on a lot of the jewelry just because I usually have a necktie on and it looks very strange to put jewelry on when you have a necktie on. But with what I have here, there we go. Good looking. Very good looking piece. Comes down to just the perfect spot with the sweater I have on. And this is, this is the wardrobe I live in. You see me in a suit and tie most of the time. The second I'm home, that's gone. That's off. I took a year and a half away from the industry, and I didn't wear a suit that whole time. Love getting dressed up for work, but if I don't have to be in a suit, then I would prefer it to be in something like this. And that's why this is the kind of chain that a lot of guys are wearing these days. This I never would have suggested in years past for the men. Never would have said 24-inch long chain for the guys would be the way to go. Because it always used to be what we would do if we had a chain on, and still to a large degree for me, it's the way I do it, is you have an open neckline and just a bit of the chain showing through in an open neckline. Well, at some point, late 90s, early 2000s, guys started wearing chains like this. And I think it started in Hollywood with some of the musicians who were starting to wear, especially the bigger silver chains outside of their shirts. And now it's gold chains outside of your shirts. And so now this is commonplace for a guy to wear something like this. Man, I am talking myself into more jewelry today. Just using the TikTok camera just to kind of look at that on, because that is good looking. The chain is 24 inches in length. I honestly, at this point in my life, don't own a 24-inch long chain. And that's almost sad to say, because I have been around jewelry my entire, since I got into the TV shopping industry in the early 90s. And even before that, I'd always had an appreciation for jewelry. It's how I was raised. Sorry, I keep getting all these notifications. I'm trying to figure out what it is here. Do I have people that are friending me or commenting? Oh, a restaurant started following me on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
That's who it was. I like, they posted a picture of a restaurant in the small town I live, and they posted a picture of, they have a chicken parmesan in now. And I made a comment and tagged a friend. I said, we have to go try this. And so they've started following me, so that's nice. Where was I going with this thought beforehand? I don't remember. But I was talking about jewelry and just always had an appreciation for it. And so the fact that I don't own a 24-inch long chain is just indicative of the fact that guys never used to wear them. They never used to wear 24-inch long chains. So why would I have one? But times change and styles change. And gosh, I really do like that. Now the thing about this with the pendant, because I fell in love with that pendant, and I will still probably be getting one of those if there's any left. This would be a great way to wear it. This would be a wonderful way to show your faith. Lent starts on Wednesday, to have that pendant right there. Cross pendant's obviously awesome, and I own a couple of them, but man, again, I keep going back to that. If you're wondering what that is, it's the Last Supper, and it's detailed in gold. I've never seen anything done like that. That's amazing. And so it's a nice way to showcase whether it's your cross or whether it's a Star of David, whatever pendant is important to you. In fact, pendants coming up in gemstones. Now, a lot of these are going to include chains, but if you have pendants that don't have a chain, the sparkle chain is a great one. It doesn't need a pendant. There are some chains out there that just, wow, it's kind of dull without a pendant on it. It's that little piece of gold that it's there. Basically, its whole job is to hold a pendant. This doesn't need it. This is so good looking, and in fact, it sparkles on its own beautifully, even without the pendant. Now, at $399.99, let's again realize that this is 14 karat gold. The 14 karat gold sparkle chain that you're looking at now, and lobster claw clasp. This is one of the nice things about these clasps is they are usually fairly easy to work. I'm going to have to go and cheat and look at it from the front, so just bear with me. There it is. One of the things I do, and I suggest this to everyone now, I have discovered the joy of magnetic clasps, and you can now buy, and we have them on the website from time to time, a little thing that will convert any clasp. Again, this is a lobster claw, which is still easy to work. It will convert any clasp, except an insert, any of the insert clasps, to a magnetic clasp. And I have done that with so many chains now. It's the best thing you can do. It makes putting on a necklace and taking off a necklace so easy. Yeah, this is the epitome, I know, of first world problems, but it's a frustration, and so it's nice when you can have an easy way to do it. So we will leave that to go behind the scenes as we continue with, oh boy, big hoop earrings now. Big hoop earrings as we show you the biggest hoop earring as far as diameter goes. In fact, let me measure this right away. As far as diameter goes, biggest hoop earring, almost 2.75 inches in diameter. So yes, that is a big hoop earring. Your price is $389.99 in 14 karat yellow gold. Hoop earring trends have been an interesting thing to follow. In the mid-90s, there was literally an entire year where, again, I was at Value Vision at the time, which had been Cable Value Network before that. There was an entire year where we never showed a hoop earring larger than 1 inch in diameter. I swear to you, not once. No one was making them. Because the trend was huggy earrings. You might remember that the only earrings you could buy were earrings that hugged the earlobe. And then that pendulum swung back. And ever since, it's never gone back. So I think the big earrings are here to stay this time. The fact is you buy what you like. But a almost 2-inch in diameter hoop earring, 1.75 inches pretty much, a little bit over that, for this price in 14 karat gold is extraordinarily good because of how large that earring is. Now, just as the pendulum swung this way back toward big earrings, for some people, it made an even more extreme swing, and they're, earrings that big in costume jewelry these days, which are fantastic for some. But you always want to be careful you don't cross that line where then that's all people look at and all people see. There are many occasions where I've encountered that, where I'll see someone on television, whether they're being interviewed. Recently I saw some woman, she was a contestant on a game show, and she was doing her little, hey, tell us about yourself. I didn't hear a word she said. All I was doing was staring at these earrings that were like this on her. That becomes a distraction then, and you want people to focus on your words and what you're saying. Well, this is a larger earring, but it doesn't become that distraction. A lot of women learned during the lockdowns, when everybody started doing Zoom meetings and Skype, that all the jewelry from here up that many people were neglecting was no longer being neglected, and people realized the importance of earrings and necklaces. Look, we all love, I love my rings and my watches and my bracelets. I don't have a bracelet on today because I can see them. I can look down and wow, I love that watch. I like that ring. I like that bracelet. But to the rest of the world, in fact, right now as we're doing this, you can't see my ring and my watch. If I had a bracelet on, you wouldn't see it. However, anything here up, you're going to see. And so that's why a lot of women have now started to prioritize earrings and necklaces and pendants. Whereas in years past, I'll tell you right now, in years past, if we were doing, let's just pretend that this earring matches the hoop earrings. If we were showing this ring and we said, coming up later, we're going to have the earrings to match, we would sell, let's say, 1,000 of the ring, we would sell 100 of the earrings. No one cared. Matching earring, so what? No one cared. People care now. So if we sell 1,000 rings, we're probably going to sell, well, maybe 800 of the earrings, because now there's this renewed awareness of them. Here's the catch, and I hear you. All right, big earrings. Sounds great, Shawn. You've never worn an earring in your life. How do you know if they're going to be heavy or not? Well, good point. I will tell you this. 3.4 grams, that's not a heavy earring. That's the total weight. It's still a good weight. A lot of gold in these, but it's not going to be this heavy earring that is going to be uncomfortable when you're wearing it all day long. So you have that perfect tube of 14 karat gold, just beautifully displayed, and it's appropriate. It's not, if you're in a Zoom meeting, if you're on a Zoom call, it's not going to be a distraction. So many job interviews these days are now done on Zoom or Skype. You know, you're not even able to make an impression by shaking a hand and, oh, look at that nice bracelet that she's got on, or that nice watch that she's got on. They're never going to see it. They're going to see your earrings. They're going to see your pendant and your necklace. So these are the important little considerations that you have to have when you're thinking about, okay, no one at this job interview is going to see me below here. So everything down, unless you're going to be standing there with your hands by your face, which is going to look really weird to the person that's interviewing you. They're never going to notice this adornment. So if you want to look successful, actually either of these would do it. Those are two very successful looking earrings. Either one would be a very successful look. So if you have someone in your life who is going to be graduating in the coming months, that's an important consideration. They're graduating, high school, college, whatever it is. If they're hitting the job market, that is an important little edge to be able to have. It's a small thing, but many times it's those small little things that can be the deal breaker between I got the job, I didn't get the job. You got the second date, you didn't get the second date. You know, so it's always, never think that something is, doesn't matter. Many times it's those little things that don't seem like they matter that do matter, and either of those earrings and any of the pendants would be fantastic. We have the gemstone pendants still to get to. We have 4 different gemstone pendants. Pair any of those with any of the gold hoop earrings. I don't have any gemstone earrings, do I? No, we don't. We have gemstone pendants, gemstone rings. But actually, that's maybe not a bad thing, because all of these gold hoop earrings will match any of the pendants and the rings that we are going to be showing you. And so get a hoop earring, highly rated item, 4.4 stars, 39 reviews in, and it's still at 4.4 stars. Let me try this one. I'm always curious. Who's the gloomy Gus? Who's the one that just had to pull that whole thing down? 734-1398. There they are. Again, you can do this yourself. By the way, the price on let's see, of $389. You got a nice little deal going on there. Let me find, let's see, ratings and reviews. Here it is. Yeah, love them. Next one. I like big and bold earrings. Very happy. Nice size, weight, and quality. Okay, one person said, 3 stars, did not realize that they are so tiny. What?
Wow.
What were they expect? Tiny? Okay, to each his own. Okay. I don't know what they're expecting, but that's almost 2 inches in diameter. So I don't know, tiny's not the word I would use to describe those, but like I said, to each his own. What was I trying to say? Oh, 5 payments on this too. One of the things to keep in mind too, we have payment plans on almost everything that we're showing you. This is on 5 budget pays. $78 gets them home. If it's over $50, and just about everything I'm going to show you today is, you have free shipping as well, so that's a nice savings on there. So if you're interested in a tiny earring, that's the one. I mean, they're bigger than the one I showed before, so I'm not sure, but anyway. That's why it is a 4.4 star item as opposed to a 5-star item. So, okay. Thank you for all of you who are spending part of your Sunday with us today. Nothing else going on today at all, so just spend some time with us right here at Shop LC. And let's get into our next... What is going on? Okay, I have some friends that we every day when we play Wordle, we send our score, our Wordle score to each other, and now all of a sudden, don't tell me we've started a new game. Connections. You heard of this one?
Connections?
Looks like Wordle, but I guess.
I'm not.
Oh, don't tell me I have to start another one now. It's got lots of different colors. Instead of like Wordle is just all green and yellow, it's like purple, blue, green, and yellow. Oh, great. Well, they're both playing it, so now I'm going to have to play that one too. Okay. On to one of our other great chains. Oh, I have not seen this one before. First thing I'm going to point out is price. This is priced at $267.99. Now I'm going to show you the chain, and then I'm going to follow up. There's almost always a method to my madness here. Okay. In fact, you know what? Let me do close-ups. I'm going to start with TikTok, so you can see this. Look how reflective that is. Look at the sparkle. Okay. That is an expensive, exotic-looking chain. All right. Now, let me just come around here. Let me get this out there for Instagram, Facebook, the website, everyone else. We had a good look at it moving. Again, now this chain is only $267.99. It's in 10 karat gold. Here's what I'm building up to. And this will be the today's leading value for our live stream today. This chain at 267 weighs 3.1 grams. That means we're selling this chain for less than $100 per gram for 10 karat gold. Every other piece I've had so far, at least that I've been catching, and I'm usually pretty good at looking at these things, have been right around 100, maybe a couple dollars over 100. This is the first piece I've seen under $100 per gram. So if you are a bargain hunter, and that is me. I buy anything, it's usually off of a clearance rack. This is the chain for you. This chain here is under $100 per gram. Look at that. For under $100 per gram in 10 karat gold. This is Italian gold as well. So you are buying gold from Italy, and it's $267.99. I can't get past this one either. This is an 18-inch long chain. If we had this in a 22-inch length, I would be a customer for this one. Now, this has a pendant on it for display purposes. We have this coming up. Let me give you a little sneak peek at that. It doesn't need a pendant. I said earlier, there's some chains that just gotta have a pendant on that. This is not one of those. This is not usually going to require a pendant, but if you really want to take it and make it even more upscale, a golden gemstone pendant on it certainly does that. What you're looking at here is what we call, oh boy, I can't wait to translate this one. You know that's going to Google translate into something, and I'm trying to think what it would be. Dufi Valentino. What would that translate to? Are you working on that one for me?
Yeah, let's see.
That's, you know that someone took their Google Translate and took a couple words in English and translated it to Italian. So let's find out what it is. It's D-U-E, first word, F-I-L-E, second word, and then Valentino, as it sounds, is the third word. So we're going to reverse translate this. While we do that, 5-star rated item. 4 reviews, it is still a perfect 5-star rated item.
It apparently means 2 Rose Valentine.
Okay, 2 Rose Valentine. I guess I can't necessarily argue with that. It is 2 Rose. Valentine, I'm not sure about in it. Well, I don't know. I guess it's kind of 3 rows, but yet it's 2 rows because you have 3 rows of these big discs, but 2 rows of connecting rings. So it could either be a 3-row or a 2-row. I'm starting to like that translation less and less the more I walk through this, but that's what we're calling it. Because you have 3 rows of these big discs. Actually, here I'll point it out on the screen. It's easier to see there. You have these 3 rows here, 1, 2, 3 of those big mirrors. That's what was catching the light. That's what I was showing you initially. Sparkling, 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 catching the light. 2 rows of the connecting chain here and here. So that, I guess, is the 2 rows. Valentine, nice gift for Valentine's Day. You won't get it in time, but take a screen grab of this picture, and in fact, I'll even get out of the way just in case anyone wants to do that. You want to take a little screen grab of that, and say, hey, this is going to be coming your way in a couple days after Valentine's Day. 5 to 7 days is our normal delivery time. That would be a great one to be able to give as a gift to your Valentine. Or if you're already thinking ahead to Mother's Day or to the graduations, it'll be here before we know it. You know, that's the kind of chain that would be a very much an appreciated gift for anyone in your life, Valentines or not. And I guess we could use Valentine in the very broad sense, Valentine being anybody that you love and care about greatly. That would be a great gift. I hope you're just buying it for yourself just because you like it, just because you love that. All right, now let me get my information here. This is one I was actually, before the show, doing just a quick bit of, I hope I didn't, there it is, still here. I'll log back in. That means, oh wait, I saved it, hang on. So I wanted to double check something on this because I heard conflicting things, so I downloaded, there it is. Some Turkicite information. This is Turkicite in a pendant. Now, this is, oh, it was a pendant I was just showing you, right? Yeah. It's on the chain that we just presented here. I want to clarify a couple things about this gemstone because there's been some confusion about it. Let me just explain first off what it is for those that don't know. And Janice, I just saw your question, what's the material? If you're talking about the chain that we just showed, that one was in 10 karat gold, and it is made in Italy. So the chain is 10 karat, and it is Italian made. I just saw your question, so I apologize for the late answer to that. If you're talking about the pendant, however, well, that's also 10 karat gold. So same answer. It is 10 karat, and that is Turkicite. That is Turkicite with natural yellow diamonds and white diamonds. Now, as you look at it on the screen there, I want to point out, because Turkicite is actually, and let me just, because I want to make sure I get the date range here correct on this. And let me find, I have 5 pages of information here. Now, industry experts say that at the current pace of mining, meaning at the current rate that they are mining these stones, that there is only a 30-year supply of this material remaining. So they're guessing that there's about a 30-year supply of Turkicite left to go around. Only 3 of the 4 established vendors exist for this gemstone. Now, if we think about a 30-year supply of this material, and this was first discovered in the current supply, the current, where we're getting most of these from, in the early 1980s, this is not going to be around very long. This is not something that we are going to see too much longer. The wonderful thing about Turkicite in this form is it's a color change stone. For those that don't know, I guess I should really cover some of the absolute basics on this. It's also called color change diaspore. That's the other term. There's also a trademark term that I can't use for this gemstone. It's all the same. So any of those 3 terms that you might use, it's the same stone. This stone has one of the most pronounced color changes to begin with of just about any color change stone. There's not a lot of color change stones. I'm going to get out of the way. Our TikTok viewers can't see that nice image right there when I'm standing there. So as you're looking at that stone and you're seeing, and I don't know if on these shots you have to actually demonstrate the color change or not. I'm not sure they do. I think you just see it being worn and then getting into the pendant form. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think they photographed the color change for this one. But it goes from kind of a golden color to a greenish color. It's beautiful. It's absolutely just gorgeous. And under different types of lighting is when it changes. That cut, the pear cut, is unusual to see for this gemstone. You don't very often see a pear cut stone like that. So to have a pear cut example, see, Joey just joined. Joey, how you doing? And to get a pear cut version of this gemstone, and to see it, first of all, 2.5 carats total weight. This is an exceptional rare cut for this stone and for the size of this gemstone, because again, this is a larger example. What did I do with it? There it is. This is a larger example of this gemstone. So that is a bigger form of it. And it has natural yellow and white diamonds. And if you want to get this, do so quickly, because please make sure that you are taking advantage of this right now. Joey, you got someone very special in your life that would love any of the pieces in gold, so you should be taking some serious attention to this, okay? So let's take one less day at the Disney parks and buy her some gold. So that will never, he will never take a break from the Disney parks. No, no, he'd sooner cut off his arm than not go to Disney for a day. Where are we here? I gotta get to Orlando. I have so many friends that have moved to Orlando over the years. I had one of my best friends from Minneapolis moved to, in fact, two of my good friends from Minneapolis moved to Orlando. Joey is Orlando based, and then I also have a former coworker who is now down there. There's something about Orlando that is just, I always thought, because my Florida family's on the West Coast. They're the Tampa area. So I know Tampa, Bradenton, Sarasota. I know that area very well. And I need to get over to and explore Orlando. I haven't been back to Florida in so long. Since I moved to Texas, I don't like to leave this state unless I have to. This is where I need to be. Love it here. Anyway, actually, circus site to show you again. And this would be the one if you're trying to find something for that special lady in your life. $849.99, by the way. It says sold out on this, DJ. Do we have some?
6.
Size 6 or quantity of 6?
Quantity of 6.
Quantity of 6. Okay. So we do have 6 of this ring. And there it is. First, I will do this for TikTok.
Yeah, we don't have any in size 10 or 6.
Okay. So nothing in 10, nothing in 6, 7, 8, 9 is what that leaves us. If I'm doing my math right. So there it is. That's for TikTok now. For everyone else, I have a different camera I have to use. I have to put it on backwards, so forgive me for that. But there, just to show you, man, that is good looking. Look at those diamonds on this. Those are baguette cut diamonds, which is a big thing to surround a pear-shaped stone. Now here's where I'm going to walk that fine line. Boy, he's getting boring with this, but it's from the manufacturing standpoint. This is in a geometry standpoint. What makes that unusual? A pear shape. Good illustration here. It's killing me. I left my pointer at home. See how rounded all of that is. When you've got a baguette cut stone, you've got a straight line, straight point right there. They have to set this in a manner where it's still, see how there's no gap in between any of this. No gap anywhere. Now, when they're setting these in, there has to be such precision that they set these with. I've watched the people do this when I was at our factory in India some years ago. And again, you got to have such respect for these people that can do this. It's just, they're sitting there. And all the diamonds are done in one room. They have one specific room set aside where they're setting the diamonds. All the jobs are specialty. Everybody has their own thing and they have their own space. So diamonds are all in one room. And these men and women that I was watching do this with such precision. They're under magnification. So they have those, have you ever seen those magnifiers are on an arm? And so they're having to do all of this through that. Again, how do they do this? Well, they're adept at it. They're skilled at it. It's like watching the people who cut the gems. They have this grinding wheel. It looks like a buzz saw. And they're with their fingers taking it to this wheel to cut the gems. No, don't. I literally had to look away because I figured I was going to see blood splattering any moment. But these people know what they're doing. I would have blood splatter. Tip of this finger is gone from just trying to cut an onion on a mandolin. So that's how good I am. But it's that skill and precision that they have that all comes together. And it has to be the perfect marriage of all of this. It's got to be the skill of putting together the settings, designing starts there, and then the end product that you see is that ring. And then we get to our emeralds. May babies, take note. We have something for you. May's going to be here before you know it. Today is the 11th. And wait a second. You know what just dawned on me, isn't? Yeah, 11th. No, that is right. I feel like I lost a day. It's like Saturday didn't exist in my world. It's like, wait a second, today's Saturday. No, today is Sunday. Um, 5 times today I've made reference to being on air yesterday. That was Friday. I was on air. Anyway, May will be here before we know it. And there is our emerald pendant. This is a Valentine's price. I don't know when this pricing is going to go away because we've had Valentine's pricing on some items. It will go away sooner rather than later. Maybe Monday morning when people come into work, they'll get rid of it. The good news for you is because I'm showing this, your price is guaranteed until 4 Central tomorrow. So we can lock in this price of $579.99 on this emerald and diamond pendant. Actually, let me get close for each. We'll start with TikTok first, since I have some. No one was watching on TikTok this morning. Literally no one for most of the show. So I don't know where. Now everyone is out there, and so thank you. And then for Instagram, Facebook, website, all of that. There's another look at it. Do we have a...
Yeah, I'll bring up the 6.
Oh, okay. Because I want to point out something that might be a little bit harder to see on the live sample here. It's coming. And again, this, as I mentioned earlier, always a good reason to have our website up and running because you can use that as a reference point so you can see pictures and images like this. Well, and actually what I'm hoping to see is not great on these photos because this looks rather scuffed up. But again, and this is, in fact, I'm going to use this as an example here because this stone does not look like that at all. These pictures that we show you are mainly shot by our photography team in India, and many times the samples that they're working with wind up not being the finished product. This is much better. And so what they're photographing, sometimes it goes back to the drawing board. And so what you wind up seeing, that pendant was a better example. This is a better example. These are Ethiopian emeralds. This is a relatively new discovery. The Ethiopian emeralds are a newer product for us to get in. And it's amazing. These stones are absolutely amazing. So what you have is this nice uniform color. The green that is within this is everywhere. Will there be windowing? Possibly. There's a little bit right here, but a lot more of the green than you usually see with most emeralds. So that's spectacular. Diamonds all the way around, and even on the bail, that might seem like a little thing, but let's go back to what I said a few minutes ago about the people who are setting these gemstones. That's not easy to do. With the addition of those diamonds right there on the bail, it's still 3 extra steps, it's still more work, and you're setting in a very fine area. If I am taking this ruler and someone were to give me rocks and stones to glue to it, I could do that fairly easily. That would be easy. Now, if someone handed me, let me find something very thin. Well, this thin chain, and then said, okay, just take these tiny little grains of rice and attach them to that chain. That's a lot more difficult to do. That is a lot more precise work as opposed to attaching, anything to an object of this size. So when you're saying add 3 extra diamonds to the bail, that's kind of an eye roll moment. It's like, okay, great. That is not easy to do. Even setting the rest of the diamonds is going to be easier because you're working around the outside of this, so you have a much more, I don't want to say freedom, but space with which to work than setting in a very precise line. So when it gets into detail like that, that's a lot more difficult to do. And again, thank you to everybody who's joining us on TikTok today. It's all of a sudden everyone has just found us here. So follow me on TikTok if you would, Shawn Wilsie. Easy to search my name. And that's okay. Yes, Joey. He says, glad I finally caught you. Someone's coming over for the Taylor Swift game tonight. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Yes. So that's what it is, isn't it? They are expecting just monster ratings for this thing tonight. It's just monster because people who don't care about football but love her are going to be watching, and so it's like I said, we're still here. I mean, I won't be here. The live stream ends in another half hour or so, but Shop LC will be broadcasting our regular shows. So check us out on the television end of things, Shop LC. Find us on your cable, your satellite listings there, and check us out if you would. So anyway, let's see what's going on. We have more to get to in what we do. And I love this ring. Emeralds are one of the big three gemstones: rubies, sapphires, emeralds, the stones everyone knows. And I mentioned this morning, big trend retail. If you see a gemstone in a display case, odds are good it's a ruby, it's an emerald, it's a sapphire, and odds are good it's lab created. We have dabbled in lab created emeralds in the past. It's not something we necessarily want to focus on. We would much rather, and as I'm about to say this, the words that are forming in my head, this really sounds stupid, but it's true. We would much rather travel the globe to try and find real emeralds than go to a lab and create them. That just sounds stupid, but it's true. We would rather scour the earth, traveling everywhere to find emerald than to call up Mark's lab and say, hey, make us some emeralds. Wouldn't that be a lot easier? Well, that's part of the reason why the trend retail is towards lab created, because it is easier and you can get a perfect stone. Am I telling you your emeralds today are perfect? Of course not. I pointed out imperfections, color flaws. That's what shows that they're real emeralds. That's what shows that this is the real thing, that these are not recreations, that these are not things grown in a lab. You have to be so careful these days, and it's not just with gems. In fact, I just got tagged in a video that I will watch when I get home from Antiques Roadshow that someone sent me about how to tell natural diamonds from fake diamonds. And I'm looking forward to watching this, because that's something else you have to be careful of now. There's a trend towards lab-grown diamonds, and the legalities are still kind of vague about this. Are jewelers supposed to tell you that your diamonds are grown in a lab? Absolutely. Are they doing it all the time? Absolutely not. So you have to be really careful now when you're buying diamonds. We have yet to deal with lab-created diamonds. I'm sure that we will at some point. But these emeralds are real. These diamonds are real. The price of $699.99 is where even I have to step back and say, wait a minute. We're selling in gold, real emeralds, real diamonds for $699.99. And the answer is, yes, we are. That is $700 right now. That should be a $4,000 ring. I was watching a guy out of California do a live stream last night on TikTok with some jewelry. I love following him just because he has real one-of-a-kind like estate pieces of jewelry. And he's started to move into this area where, okay, that's not estate, that's brand new today, because some of the styles you can tell were not around back then. But anyway, and I'm watching him sell emeralds and diamonds for $22,000. So how is it different from this? Well, obviously the emeralds, are maybe a higher grade. I think it was an 18 karat gold. The diamonds, well, these are still GH Color I3 Clarity diamonds, so they're still good diamonds, but not so much of a literal physical difference that this ring at $699.99 is going to make you just as happy as the $20-some thousand ring that he had in his live stream last night. And we're going to send ours to you for his. I think he does delivering now. It used to be that you had to go pick him up at his place in Beverly Hills or wherever it is. But now I think he's shipping. Fact is, you get free shipping on this. So we're going to send this to you with 0 shipping and handling cost. And that ring at $699, that's in emeralds and diamonds, in gold, in 10 karat gold, a durable, strong gold. For all of you that are just joining us on TikTok, please make sure that you like Shop LC. That way you never miss any of our live streams. And we do a lot of posting on TikTok. We're really good about posting not just our live streams, but just little bits of information, some informative videos, teach you about gemstones. You can learn something about what you're purchasing. Even in this format here, where I like to try and keep it interactive and casual and do more education than we usually do on the television end of things, still can't get out all of the information that we would like to on all of the gems. So if you follow us on TikTok, we do a point as well on Instagram. You'll get some of that same information, but it's just a lot more of these things are going up on TikTok. So make sure that if you're watching us on Instagram and Facebook that you do like our TikTok. Like it or not, we're all getting dragged into this, and I keep saying, someone somewhere is right now creating the next social media app that will wipe these away. How do I know this? Remember Periscope? No, of course not. It was very big about 10 years ago. No one uses it anymore. Remember MySpace? Remember Friendster? No, I wonder if I should try logging in my Friendster account, see if it's even still there anymore. That was like 20 years ago now. So somewhere there's someone inventing the next big social media app, which is going to make all of these obsolete. But for now, it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Shop LC has a presence on X and on Threads. Doesn't do much there. We don't do any live streams there, but if you love those, then make sure you check us out there as well, because they do post every once in a while. Anyway, so emeralds and diamonds, one last look. There it is, in 10 karat. Luxoro, by the way, just because I just noticed the marking on that, is our line of jewelry. Almost everything I'm showing you today is going to come with a little information card. I have yet to show you one of them. I promise to do that on our next item, if indeed it is a Luxoro piece. I am looking for here it is, this aquamarine and diamond ring. Yep, this is a Luxoro piece. And it does come with the card, which I will just show you just to give you an idea what you're going to get. So, it says Luxoro. That's on the front little laminated plastic card. And then on the back will be information about your ring, just some good information to have, information for you to know about your ring. It's going to, since you might not be able to read that, it says, for instance, 10 karat yellow gold, AA, aquamarine. So it is a AA grade aqua stone, which is actually really good. Aquamarine is hard to find in a grade superior to that. White diamonds, main stone with side stone ring, 3.21 carats total weight. Gold weight, 3.58 carats. So it's even going to tell you how much gold is in your ring. Total gem weight, 3.212. Very precise. Aquamarine is an oval 11 by 9. 3.028 carats just in the aquamarine. The diamond weight is another fifth of a carat, 0.184 points. So it gets very precise with how much carat weight that you actually are getting on this. Again, the aquamarine inventory that we have here is a fraction of what it used to be. They've already finished buying for our March event. On the television end of things, again, find us on your cable or satellite provider. Shop LC is the name of our network, and we broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are, by the way, the only cable shopping network that is always live 24/7, 365. The others all go to pre-recorded shows at one point or other in the overnight hours, some for a very long time in the overnight. Like the bulk of their day is pre-recorded. We're always live. Anyway, we do every month an event for whatever the birthstone is for that month. We just did our February event, and it was about that big for amethyst. It used to be 24 hours. Our aquamarine event is already planned. It is already set. In fact, I wonder if it is, I don't know if I have the program guide that far out yet. And it has been scaled back yet again. We used to do 24 hours of aquamarine. We used to be able to get enough product where we could do 24 hours of aquamarine. We cannot anymore. So, yeah, it's not in our internal information yet, I don't think. 27, 28, 29, February. That's lifestyle. Let's see. Okay. Astounding Aquamarine Jewelry Smackdown. Now, the schedule could change. March 2nd, it is 7 hours. 7 hours worth of aquamarine. So from 24 hours, about 6-7 years ago, we're down to 7 hours worth of this gemstone. The quality stones are just impossible to get. This Mangoro aquamarine is one of our last hopes of finding consistently good quality aquamarine. It used to be all about the Santa Maria aquamarine, and that mine dried up years ago. Then we moved into the Espirito Santo aquamarine. Well, that has not dried up. It has become very tough to get. Very, very tough to get. So, this stone here, this aquamarine, the Mangoro aquamarine, is our last big hope at finding consistent good stones. And these really are good stones. This, incidentally, is on clearance. I just noticed the price on the website is not the same $6.99 that I see on our television, or not our television, but our web stream. It says $6.99. On the website, it does say $559.99. So, what we do in cases like this is you always get the lowest price. So we will make sure, ignore the $6.99 that you saw. It is $559.99. Now, usually with clearance, when we do a clearance event, we say no returns. We don't do that here because this is not a clearance event. So we are honoring $559.99. I don't know why that price is there. I can promise you that if you order before 4 p.m. on Monday, you will get that price. It could change at a moment's notice, but since we have committed to you until 4 p.m. Monday, the same price. Let me give you, now that we've said that, let me give you another look at this, because now you might be saying, okay, wait a minute, it's under $600? Now I might be interested. In fact, let me do close-ups for each one. We'll start with TikTok. There is a look at your aquamarine, 10/8 stone. Total carat weight is over 3 carats. Diamond accents. Okay, now we move around to a different camera for everybody else, so you too can see that aquamarine. Look at that color. Look at the blue in that stone. Back in the 1980s, blue topaz became a thing. It became a very popular thing. And one of the main reasons it did was because it duplicated this color, because we weren't seeing aquamarine of this color. And so all of a sudden, this thing called blue topaz comes up, and everyone says, that looks like aquamarine. It's a lot more affordable than aquamarine, so I'm going to buy this instead. Well, now you can buy premium quality aquamarine again, and you can have the value that is inherent, and it's a beryl gemstone. It's a cousin to emerald, so you can buy premium quality aquamarine, and it's, in this case, it's not even going to cost you $600. So please take advantage of this now at $559.99, because that is a great buy for a stone of this size. And I wish we could still do those all-day events. I used to work every Saturday, every March, when we would do a 24-hour event in aquamarine. And by the time we were hitting afternoon, oh my gosh, we had sold so much aquamarine. Can't get the stones. And so if we can't do the stones, we can't do the 24-hour event. We're going to do a 7-hour event. Now, so far it's 7 hours. Might change. Might be scaled back. I don't know. It was an 8. It's already scaled back to 7. Maybe it winds up a 6. Maybe a 4. I don't know. But I just know it is on the calendar. It is ready to go. And so I hope you can join us on March 2nd. If it's not 7 hours, though, don't shoot the messenger, because I am just warning you, it could change at the drop of a hat, all based on inventory and all based on the ability to get the stones in or not, which is more than likely the case. All right, we have more gems in gold still to come. In fact, we're heading now into an aquamarine and diamond pendant that is fantastic. Fantastic. This pendant, oh boy. If this were in that aquamarine event, and I don't think there's going to be enough quantity for this to go into that aquamarine event, this pendant would be gone in the blink of an eye. There it is. In fact, let me just get my card out here. I'll show you once again, Luxoro card. I'll give Instagram and Facebook a look at this pendant while I read the information from this card, because this is also, actually this is bigger. This is an 11 by 9. This is an 11 by 9 millimeter, 3.03 karat aquamarine. The diamond weight is 7 points. This is set in 10 karat yellow gold. And you have white diamonds as the accent stones. That is a big pendant. Now, to get the combination here of the ring and the pendant, I mean, look at that. It's that understated, huge look. Yes, it is big. Yes, it is bold. It is a statement piece. And again, clearance pricing has hit. I don't know who's doing these prices. The Aquamarine event is coming up. We need every piece we can for the event, and someone somewhere has decided, okay, let's put these pieces on clearance. Your price on screen says $399.99. So you should be spending $399.99. The price on the website clearly says $319.99. So that's the price I'm going to quote you, because it says $319.99 on clearance. This is the same pendant. I was double checked just to make sure that is the exact same pendant that I have here. All the information matches. It's just someone somewhere, since the show was scheduled at $399, took the price to $319. So maybe someone wanted to give you an extra gift. I don't know. But definitely take advantage of that. The prices are valid. I'm just pulling this up on the app. Up until 4 p.m. on Monday. And yeah, it does on the app. Yep, $319.99 is how that's coming. This is a $3,500. This is a let me get out of the way. That's a $3,500 pendant you're buying for $319.99. $319.99, and you can own a $3,500 pendant. Look at how amazing this is, and at this point in the presentation, my words, if you want to grab one of these, please do so as quickly as you can. What an opportunity you have to get a real, genuine gemstone pendant in gold, and you're buying this today for how much? For $319.99. This is not blue topaz. Blue topaz is great. I would love showing this in blue topaz. That is beautiful in blue topaz. It's a lot better at $319 to get aquamarine, the true March birthstone. Many March babies started going the direction of blue topaz some years ago when the stones become increasingly difficult to get. An aquamarine, let me just show it to you again live. Aquamarine is a stone that, man, many times it's more white than blue. This is a blue gemstone, and I mean that seriously. You can clearly see, wow, there is a blue color there. I can actually see blue in my gemstone, and that's what you want. That's why you buy aquamarine, because you now have a beautiful blue gemstone that you're getting today for $319.99. The diamond accents. It is the Mangoro aquamarine again, which is our I hate to be pessimistic about it, but it is honestly one of our last big hopes that we're going to be able to get aquamarine because of this find, because of this mine. Aquamarine first, Santa Maria aquamarine, up until 8-10 years ago was our go-to. Then we had the Espirito Santo, and actually it was really well. I was taking my sabbatical here for about a year and a half when that started to vanish, and so now it's the Mangoro aquamarine that we're pleased to be able to present. Great mine, reliable source. Again, look at that on. It's the perfect size pendant. Not too big, not too small. And let's face it, a blue color like this always looks good, always going to be in style. There's nothing about this that is, trendy. Oh, that's in style today, and then 5 years from now we'll never hear it again. Aquamarine is a valuable gemstone. been around a very, very, very long time, and people are in love with it. And that is a great price for that stone. However, we are moving on now. Oh, it's another ring I wish you could see in person. It's pretty as you look at it, but this is so much nicer in person. I have to put this right up to the cameras. It is green tourmaline, and oh my word, is this beautiful. First, for TikTok, let me see how close I can get. It starts to get blurry when I get too close. That's probably going to be about it. So there is the stone and the diamonds, obviously the diamonds as well for TikTok. Now let me come around for everyone else. Oh, wow. Look at that. That green tourmaline is extraordinary. Now, this is the Calabar green tourmaline. This is a natural color, a natural stone. A lot of the tourmaline you start to see these days is, in fact, most of our inventory is moving towards chrome tourmaline, which is wonderful, and we like it. I personally am more of a green tourmaline fan. This is more likely to match the tourmaline you already have, and it's a color that you just don't see anywhere else. Chrome tourmaline, it's very close to a chrome dioxide. So, there's an argument to be made that, well, why would I buy chrome tourmaline when I can get chrome dioxide? And it's a valid argument. Green tourmaline, there's nothing like green tourmaline. When you see this, and I beg your pardon once again, I just got to pause for a second because I just noticed again, clearance price on the website. So here's another one. This literally has just happened since the show was scheduled last night or early this morning whenever they sent this out. So within the past few hours, this went from, well, now wait, some are and some aren't.
Yeah. The size 6 is $4.99, but size 8 and 9 are $3.99.
Okay. I'll repeat. So for whatever reason, size 6 is $4.99. Size 8, size 9 are $3.99. Now, let this sink in. I love this place. You're going to get more gold in the size 8 and the size 9, and you're going to pay $100 less. More gold, and you pay $100 less. When you figure that out, find me on social media and explain it to me. Because I don't know. Shawn Wilsie. Find me on social media anyways and follow me. But anyway, let me get back to the stone here because I put it down where I put it. Here it is. Because green tourmaline is really its own thing. There's a short list of green gemstones. Peridot. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It's a long list, but the ones that you see regularly. Peridot, you see chrome dioxide, emerald, and on occasions we get into green tourmaline. We do not see this very often. I think the color is fantastic. It's very unique. It's kind of deeper and darker than a peridot. It's got a little bit more luster, a little bit more life within this. It really is its own story. It's its own thing. Now, if you prefer chrome tourmaline, we have those. We have them in the inventory. It's a nice thing about the website. You can go there, search chrome tourmaline, and you will see a lot of it. This, though, is probably going to be more likely to match the green tourmaline that you already have because it is the more common. Now, I use the word common lightly because it is not a common stone, so I don't want to mislead anyone. The colors that I see in this are really, the hues, the tones that I see within the green are really spectacular. Nice diamonds. You have, well, again, story card included, so let me, here we go. It is 2.5 carats. Oh wait, that's the pendant. Never mind. Actually, I don't have a card for this one, I don't think. That's it. That is the turquoisite. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so I don't have a card, it looks like, for the tourmaline, but you are getting 1.25 carats total weight. So it's a beautiful gemstone, and the wonderful thing about that is with the ability to coordinate with your existing pieces that you have, it's one of those rings that stands out from a design standpoint because by the way, I just realized, I said diamond, those are moisanites. Those are moisanites that they use. So I beg your pardon. I did not mean to mislead anyone. I did not do that intentionally. So let me just clarify, because I don't want anyone to accuse me of trying to mislead you into buying something that it isn't. I swear to you, I thought those were diamonds based on the size of them. That's the size where you usually would get diamonds. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I'm so sorry. I try and give you accurate information, and I really messed up there. It is moissanite. That's moissanite that you have as the accent stones here. So that beautiful piece of moissanite and green tourmaline is spectacular. Now, let me do this. Here is the gold setting. This is all 10 karat gold, again, a durable gold. And that combination of the moissanites and your green tourmaline is so beautiful. Man, I'm telling you, if I had been in the witness box in a court of law, I would have sworn that those were diamonds and done so with all sincerity. I didn't even realize that those were moissanite. One of the nice things about moissanite is it does save you money. It's going to keep the price point down. If we were to do the same thing and use diamonds, it's going to add to the cost of the piece. And, you know, that's okay, but we like to keep the prices down as low as we can. And everyone that sees this, they're going to have the same reaction I just did. And everyone that sees that is going to assume you have a green tourmaline and diamond ring. And hey, if they notice they're moissanite, great. Great, great, great. But no, that's quite a deal, and with the clearance price on a couple of the sizes. Alrighty then, and I love this stone. We've just really gotten into Heliodor lately, and this is in 14 karat yellow gold, incidentally. So you have 14 karat. Heliodor is another relative to the whole family. We're just talking about the beryl family of stones. It is the most beautiful orange stone. This is not orangish. It is not orange-like, or it's not kind of orange. No, there is one word for that stone. I never know how these photograph, and sometimes we'll have people even say, are you sure that's whatever? No, I am sure. That is orange. If it's playing yellow, it's just the way that the connection is and the way that it's coming through on the camera. That is orange, and it's huge. It is Heliodor. It is from Brazil, and it is priced at $899.99. Oh my gosh! Look at that stone. All in 14 karat yellow gold, genuine diamonds as well. 10 points. I'm sorry, not 10 points. In fact, here I can make reference to the card because this does come with the Luxoro card. So let's just read this. Heliodor, oval 1210. Big stone, 12 by 10 millimeter. Big gemstone. 3.906 carats total weight. Then natural diamonds, natural yellow diamonds. Wow, those are really nice diamonds in this. 20 points, we can round up. 0.192 to be exact is the total carat weight. Oh my gosh, in 14 karat yellow gold. That is massive for a Heliodor. They're calling this AAA. What kept it from quad, I don't know, because that screams quad A to me. That stone is so good. That Heliodor is amazing. Oh my gosh. Again, a cousin to emeralds and aquamarine. This Heliodor is stunning, and it is not a common stone for us. You know, there's some gems, tanzanite. We have no shortage of tanzanite in the inventory. If you went to our app and you searched tanzanite, you probably would have 100 hits, maybe even more than that. I don't know. In fact, definitely more than that. Heliodor, probably not as many, because this is definitely one that falls into the scarcer category. In fact, I would just bet, let me just see here. If I go to our app, And yeah, we got a couple minutes here, so I have time to do this. Let's see. Okay, there's 1 ring, 2 rings, 3, 4 rings, a pendant, a multi-gemstone piece that has Heliodor, a couple pairs of earrings, and a beaded necklace. And that is your inventory right now of Heliodor. That's it. So that is a very, in fact, since I'm on our app, scarce thing to find as far as the gem world goes. And the fact that we have these few remaining is just indicative of how popular this has been. These items get shown once on TV or on a live stream, and the quantity just vanishes, even at $899.99, because people are recognizing the value, saying, wait a minute, that's a $3,600 ring in a rare and exotic gemstone, and I can buy that for how much? Yeah, for $899.99. Let me get out of the way again, just so you can see how big and beautiful that stone is. That's a 1210. Most of the Heliodor that you will ever see us present is going to be smaller than that. It is stamped 14 karat. It is marked 14 karat gold. So that is a perfect setting. Perfect setting for not just the Heliodor, but those natural yellow diamonds. That just blows me away. 20 points, or 0.192 to be very exact, of natural yellow diamonds in your ring. That doesn't happen very often. 4-pronged setting, holding those stones in place, so it is a good, secure setting. That really is remarkable. All of that 14 karat gold there. There's a lot of gold. It should say on the card. Yes, actually it does. Gold weight is 4.22 grams. 4.22 grams for 1 ring. That is a lot. You will get this with your purchase. It will be specific for yours, so depending on the ring size that you buy, the item number will correspond with the ring size that you get. And again, Luxoro is our line of gold jewelry, 10 and 14 karat gold jewelry. So if you ever see someone else selling Luxoro, they got it right here. That's where they got it from. It is our exclusive line of gold jewelry, and we do some amazing things in it. You can go and check out on the app or on the website all of our, again, the 7 or so pieces I think I said that I have of Heliodor. And do check it out, and do take a moment when you have a chance and download the app. Find us on social media, Shop LC. Find me, if you would please, Shawn Wilsie, and check out my podcast that is all about the TV shopping industry. Are We On the Air? You can find it every place that has podcasts. I'll be back, let's see, am I back next Sunday? There's one Sunday I'm doing an overnight. I think I'm back next Sunday with you in the live stream, then I have an overnight the following week, then back here. So anyway, always someone here, twice a day, every day. So please do check us out, and thank you for spending time with me this afternoon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Had a lot more people that time. Wow.
Oh yeah, much better.
You got more views than 89% of live creators with a similar following.
Oh, cool.
Wow. 20 minutes with her, 19 minutes with her, 16 minutes. Wow.